It started and then you got here and it stopped so you could come in and stay dry. Yeah, it was pouring rain at my house. And as I got closer, it let up. I can remember one time many years ago, we had a church league where we played softball. And I loved to play softball. I couldn't wait for the game. And I was at home and it was pouring rain. I thought, oh no, but I went anyhow. And you know what? By the time I got to the field, no rain. So that was good. Take my life and let it be consecrated, Lord, to thee. David's going to read for us first Romans 12, 1 to 3, and then we're going to turn to page 400 and sing Take My Life. David? Wait just a minute.
Beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as God has dealt to every man the measure of faith.
After we're saved, we're not left in this world to find our own pleasure, but we are here at the pleasure of God. We are to bring pleasure to him. Take my life and let it be consecrated, Lord, for thee. Page 400. Take my life and let it be consecrated, Lord, to thee. Take my hands and let them move at the impulse of thy love, at the impulse of thy love. Take my feet and let them be swift and beautiful for thee. Take my voice and let me sing, always only for my King, always only for my King. Take my lips and let them be filled with praises for thee. Take my voice and let me sing, not a lie would I withhold, not a mite would I withhold. Take my love, my Lord, I pour at thy feet its treasure store. Take myself and I would be ever only all for thee, ever only all for thee. Pastor?
Let me give you just a couple of quick updates. Suzanne and Mike were planning on being here tonight if she could, and I recommended to them that they take a little extra time. Don't push it. But she is doing better. She had an appointment today with her doctor. I haven't heard about the appointment, but it was to determine whether she could start bending over, and she had surgery on her neck and went in from the front to work on the back, that kind of thing. And but she says that she's doing well. Mike is treating her very tenderly, and we appreciate that. This week, I appreciate those who have helped out with Miss Doty. Her therapist came in this afternoon, and she was telling Nancy how much Miss Doty has declined in the last couple of months, and said that she is now that the time to get her somewhere is now. So be in prayer about that. And she said that she's getting to where she's just in the last couple of days, getting where she's not able to keep her balance, and the therapist is afraid that she's going to be falling somewhere sometime. So please pray about that. I had my appointment yesterday with the plastic surgeon, and she looked at the wound and said that it has improved so much in the last couple of weeks that she wanted to hold off doing anything to it, just wait and see what's going on, which I'm very thankful not to go under a knife again, but I appreciate that. And then Deanna had this. 6:25 yesterday afternoon, Ivy Evelyn Have was born 8 pounds, 13 ounces. I didn't catch how long, but that's a pretty good size young'un there. She sent me 2 pictures. The first one was straight on, and if you look on our Facebook page, it looks like that child is getting ready to hit somebody. I mean, she's rough looking, but this is a good picture here. So our guests will know the shivers, close. Okay, I had some friends, some folks in Orangeburg named Shivers, missionaries to Hawaii, and I had a couple of friends that I always picked at them about being missionaries to Hawaii, going over there just suffering for Jesus. Willard Lonis and Crawley, Jim Crowley. Jim did some translating work. I forgot what language he was translating into, but he was translating the Bible into one of the dialects of the islands, not Hawaii, but over on the something like that. But I was quite impressed with what he was doing. Quite a blessing. Our first part of this, we kind of do some fun stuff to give the folks that were cooking and all time to get in here and everything. So what we're doing now is just a matter of jocularity and has no biblical reference whatsoever. Okay, just so you'll know. Here we go. You ready? Now, was that the one you said was Bill? My brother? Is something wrong with your meal, sir? Oh, no, it's fine. I'm just waiting to use her teeth. I'm glad I learned about parallelograms in high school math instead of how to do my taxes. It comes so handy during parallelogram season. What an amazing sermon today, Pastor. I was praying for you the whole time. Wow. This is Charlie Brown's teacher getting a summer job. My husband asked me to come downstairs when I'm done sweeping the house so we can talk about the money I spent on 10 Amazon packages. You see what she's sweeping with? Turnabout's fair play. We had one like that for the men a couple of weeks ago. Put the food away in the crock pot, she said. It's away. It's away. Surprisingly, Ms. Filner, 4% of all fatalities are caused by someone trying to get a cat to take a pill. I fell asleep in church. Then I heard stand up. So I stood up and people clapped. The pastor said, "Who else will give $2,000? Danger of falling asleep in church. I remember being on crutches and a pastor told me during revival, "You will walk tonight." After the service, I went outside and my car was gone. When your grandma is an avid crocheter and an Elvis fan. Blessed are we who can laugh at ourselves, for we shall never cease to be amused. Indeed. Saw a pack of gummy worms that read "no artificial flavor." Who buys gummy worms hoping they'd taste close to the real worms as possible? It's been really hot. If you hold the sole of your foot up to your ear, you can hear the sound of your hip dislocating. We were doing home renovations, and incredibly, when we knocked down a wall, we found a secret, fully furnished room. And then I remembered we lived in a duplex. Did you ever get up in the morning, look in the mirror, and think that can't be right? It's sure a good thing Edison invented the light bulb, or we'd be watching TV in the dark. All right, here we go. You ready for these? This is an old, I guess, I don't know if it's considered a rock song or not. That first is she's. What was it? She's got a ticket to ride. Got it. All right. This is one that a guy sang playing a ukulele. That's it. Tiptoe, tiptoe through the tulips. No. That's it. I can't believe I ate the whole thing. Got it? All right, one more. Don't judge a book by its cover. Cool. We're getting better at these things, huh? All right, if you don't stop picking at that thing, it will never heal. Sound medical advice or an insult to a banjo player. A truck loaded with Vicks Vapor Rub overturned on the highway. Amazingly, there was no congestion for 8 hours. I hired a kid to paint my porch. When he came back to get paid, he said, "By the way, it was a BMW, not a Porsche." My half-brother and I aren't allowed to play with chainsaws anymore. My half-brother. This is British comedy. British comedy is sort of dark. I've been seeing a therapist for my kleptomania. I'm taking something valuable from each session. And I think that's all she wrote for tonight. Let me share something else with you real quick. I got a note from our missionary, Robbie Mullinax. And can you turn me offline just for a second? They are reaching